Carowinds knows that you can't fit all the reasons the Carolinas are such a great place to live into one ad. So they went ahead and put it all into one festival, Taste of the Carolinas, Saturdays and Sundays, April 22nd through May 14th. There will be food from around the region, paired with craft beer and wine, plus chef demonstrations. But that's not all. There's shag lessons, live music, and kids activities so you can bring the whole family to get a true Carolina experience. But hurry, right now everyone pays kids price, only at Carowinds.com.
Blog Talk Radio.
Good morning. It's Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter. It is Monday, May 2nd at 9 a.m., and that means no BS Job Search Advice Radio. And this is where I spend time talking with you about how to improve your job search, how to improve your techniques and tactics, how to get better at the process, because, frankly, there are jobs out there. Firms are hiring. And if you're struggling finding your way, if you're not getting interviews, or if you are getting interviews, if you're not getting callbacks, if you're getting callbacks and not getting job offers, you know, it may be your competition is that much stronger. It may also be your skills need improvement. And that's really where this show, where my easing can help you. You know, most people I run into really struggle with their job search. And, you know, they do some things well, but, you know, they kind of do hit and miss interviewing until they finally get, you know, the hang of things and start to perform better. And why waste time? You know, why lose some great opportunities because you're still making beginner mistakes? And that's really where I want to help you, is to show up well, show up big, show up effectively on your interviews, so you're the one who's making choices. You're the one who has opportunities to choose from, and not just employers giving you an offer and saying take it or leave it. So this week I want to talk with you about working with recruiters, which has been a subject I've stayed away from because I didn't want to make it seem like, you know, this show is focused on, you know, doing things that serve my interest. In working with recruiters, I just want to start by saying I've been a recruiter for almost 40 years now, and frankly, there are very few people with more experience in this line of work than I do. Yet, you know, I know I'm not the cup of tea for everyone, and I'm not interested in representing everyone. My focus is serving my institutional customers because they pay me and you don't. You know, I'm not here doing social work, although I've got an MSW. You know, unless someone is in my VIP program, which if you want to find out about, you can go to my website, jeffaltman.com. You know, I basically have to find individuals that fill my clients' needs, or else I'm not going to be in business much longer. So does that mean I'm going to ignore people? Of course not. But the fact remains that my interests are off of the fact that I'm being paid to fill jobs for a living in service to my corporate customers, and I don't place people. So when you evaluate who to work with, you know, I would see who has a job that fits what I'm looking for. Are they with a firm that seems to have positions for what I do? What's the experience level of the search professional? You know, so basically, I'm sorry to say that, you know, there are a lot of recruiters who are trained to lie to you. They may have 5 minutes experience, but they're going to say 5 years because that's what their management is telling them to do in order to appear more experienced. But, you know, I think you can discern the difference between a rookie and a veteran person. A rookie's going to stammer and fumble around as they do their interview with you, as they try and critique you, as they get a feel for your background. And, you know, I'm just going to simply say, trust your instincts. It doesn't mean that you're going to hang up the phone on these people, but when all is said and done, you're going to question how much you're going to listen to their advice, because there's going to come a time where they're scheduling interviews and maybe they're close to getting a job offer for you, and you know, they're going to try and tell you what you should be doing. And in doing that, they're only serving their vested interest of theirs. Those are their clients, and they don't really know what they're talking about. And for me, who's been doing this for almost 40 years, yes, as I said earlier, I start off by being paid by my institutional customer, but I also know I'm going to be around here for a long time, or at least if I live long enough. So I'm not trying to do bad hires. I'm not just simply trying to ram square pegs into round holes and collect a fee from it. I want my institutional customer to be happy with you as a hire, and thus knowing that the two of you are going to be talking to one another far more than, I'm going to be talking with both of you about you. I want to make sure that you don't feel lied to. I don't want you to feel coerced. I want you to be making a good decision for you and not be in the position of telling my client how I lied to you in order to get you to take a job. You understand? So, from the perspective of what you're looking for, I think generally more experience is better than less experience, because the advice, comments, recommendations, little nuances in terms of interview coaching are just going to tend to be more effective. Now, this probably should go without saying, but unless you live in an area where the norm is to pay the fee, don't pay a fee for service. Working with a specialist or a specialist firm doesn't necessarily